Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need? Read for this new moon to full moon in February 2022. I'm your reader. Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch. Professional intuitive. President of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, and loving it big time. And so are my patrons. Why? Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Hey, my Rams. It's my favorite series. Yay. 5-card draw. The fastest, the funnest in my opinion, but also very, very functional, very, very helpful. I get a lot of feedback offline from people. And so let's talk about that. If you're new to the channel, a 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. I do 7-card draws for the shadow reads, for the waning moons. This we are doing waxing moon. We'll talk about the astrology in a moment, because these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. So some have called it a spell kit, right? To give them like some clues, tips, and hints from the divine and the guides and all of that, to help you plant a seed at the new moon and help it to grow to full moon. And so let's look at that astrology. New moon in Aquarius, Tuesday, February 1st. 12:45 a.m. It's also Imbolc. It's a pagan high holy day, midwinter, in between winter solstice Yule and spring equinox Ostara. We have Imbolc, the lambing, right? The sheep are giving birth to the lambs, and it's freezing here on Long Island. February is the coldest month here on Long Island. I'm in New York. That's why 12:45 a.m. Eastern time. So anytime after that, we're in dark moon right up till that point, so you might as well wait. Or be up. I will probably be up at least at 1 a.m. doing something for Imbolc, and also I'll be doing stuff on Patreon that everybody else gets later for the high holy day and all that, and the new moon, but I'm going to put them together. It should be pretty good. Anyway, we're looking at the 2-week period, right? You plant the seed at new, it waxes to full, the full moon in Leo, Wednesday, February 17th, 11:56 a.m. So you might want to do your magic the night before, unless you're an early riser that way. Depends. Over here, depends on. I've been teaching 3 nights a week on my DrawingTheCircle Productions Facebook page, Craft of the Wise on Monday, Human Hero, Immortal God. It's about spiritual evolution. I'm digging it so much. Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, The Path to True Love. Turning it into a podcast, the Mal Pod. Go check them out. There are a bunch of them on here. We just did number 23 last night, and number 4 is actually launching tomorrow night at the time of this recording, at least. Twin Flames and Soulmates from Path to True Love. All right, enough talk. I think you get the gist here. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know, standard YouTubian reading rules, if you like. Otherwise, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. Let's see if we can have fun with these. I'm doing this when the moon is in Scorpio and it's in the waning moon. So I'll do the best I can, and I suggest you do the same. Please take a nice deep breath for all signs, really. Oh, cleansing breath. For the element of fire, we are using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Element of fire, your will, your choices. You'll hear it in the prayer. Please take one more nice deep breath. As I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the perfect, since this is their element, the element of fire, what is the perfect spell fragment, a seed, a hint, a tip, a clue for the Aries collective, for what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire this new to full in February? Romance. No, there's no way this is not in the title. This is in the title, so you showed up, and I get why. Romance is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Well, it's a good thing I'm looking good. On camera ready. This hour, it's funny, I'm actually expecting a registered letter that got a sign for coming from the mailman. He's cute. But no. No. Leave the civil servants alone. So, yeah, right out the bat. Right out the bat, right off the bat, right out the gate. First sign, Aries, we're dealing with a romantic read. Let's just keep going. You know, I don't even need to go too much. If you're yearning, if you're burning for romance, if you're just a hunk of burning Aries love, ready to burn a hole through the world, I get it. So let's get you your element of earth, the crystal oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone, great. If you want to get it, it's up to you, but you don't need it. You can always use clear quartz and just use the vibration, the energy, the intention. Because the element of earth is the fuel, right? Like the log that feeds the bonfire, right? So it's good to have a touchstone anyway if you're going to do it as spell work or intention work. A little piece of jewelry, something. Breathe. Tie a string around your finger. That's element of earth too. Earth as well, not earth too. Sorry, I just did a DC Comics moment. Here we go. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel. Ariel of the North, the Archangel of Lyons, powers of the earth. Please, what is the perfect crystal oracle message for the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading for their element of earth? To fuel the fire, their heart's desire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, but also help them to manifest it and take action in some way in the element of earth, please, for the Aries this new to full. Good old-fashioned amethyst, easy enough to find. I'm sure you have plenty. Isn't that a new age requirement? Must have clear quartz, rose quartz, amethyst, citrine if you're fancy. Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Sorry, I opened right to it. Oh, fuck. Scorpio moon that we are in right now. Spirituality, positive transformation, and meditation. Now you put that with romance, you're like, oh great. Another internal love adventure in the 5D. You are being urged to embrace your shadow side. You're getting a shadow read for a new moon read, babies. Take an inventory of those aspects of yourself that you are afraid to show the world because you perceive them as bad or inadequate. And who ain't got that? Don't take it too personally. And then there's the collective aspect of it, the shared stuff and the collective unconscious about that. Meditate on these qualities, acknowledge them, see how they serve both you and others, then love them and bring them into your heart. You gotta feel it to heal it. I know, I wish there was another way, but I'm a Pisces moon. At least for me, there's no other way. When you realize that every aspect of you serves a purpose, reason, season, or lifetime, it's true, there will be no need to deny half of who you are. Just be yourself and understand that there is nothing in your life to fix. Now, I know on a practical level or in a romantic situation, it may not seem that way. But the only way out is through. The only way out is through. The only way to heal it is to feel whatever is going on there, and that certainly takes a solitary time. Time by yourself. To do that, you know, positive transformation. We're looking at alchemy, from lead to gold, shadow to light. Go check out your shadow read, right? I'm doing these enough ahead of time. Go watch the 7-card draw shadow read. They're all in the Aries playlist. But those are timed, not timeless readings. There are simply aspects of yourself yearning to be embraced and loved. And maybe that's why so much we want romance. We want someone to love us so much that they love and embrace the parts of ourselves that we haven't yet. Something to look at. Sounds like a quicksand trap, like a sand trap golfing, but quicksand. No one's getting their balls out of that one. This is a time of profound change, a time of positive transformation, which will have a lasting impact on every area of your life and to some degree on those around you. All right, because of course you're going to shift your energy field like that. That's a big deal. Now, okay, what I'm sort of getting on this is that, you know, amethyst, it's like a particle accelerator. It raises everything in vibration around it. So you have help here to do this, but in terms of your romantic life, I don't know how people deal with romantic life without doing shadow work, because it's supposed to bring that stuff up. Love brings up its opposite, a Course in Miracles. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can truly have no opposite. That's from the introduction, the first little paragraphy thingy in A Course in Miracles. And I know that to be true, but that doesn't mean we deny the fear or that we deny the shadow. It, in the words of Matt Kahn, we're using his mantra deck, last card down for the Spirit card, whatever arises, love that, but just don't burn down the village. Aries. One of my clients in Ireland said that to me in a Zoom call. I hooted, I laughed so much. It was Mal, I felt it, I did not burn down the village. That was Irish. Forgive me, darling, if you're watching it. As my accents tend to slide around the European continent at will. Let's get the element of air, what you're thinking, and think about the relationship of air to fire, right? You gotta, air can be by itself, but fire can't exist without air, or really, in a sense, earth in terms of fuel, right? Let's ask the angels, healing with the angels oracle. Breathe. As I call upon the angels and archangels of fire, the sign of Aries, powers of the south, the Michaelites, the legions of Archangel Michael, please, one card in clarity from the healing with the angels oracle. What is the element of air? And the healing angels that want to come in have been assigned to come in, but they can't unless they are called upon, asked for, invited in, not like vampires, but in this thing of non-intervention. The element of air to feed the fire of romance, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, with certainly some shadow work, some meditation, some internal work here for sure going on, some positive transformation in their element of earth with that amethyst. What do you got for them, Archangel Michael, this new to full? Healing angel of manifestation. Manifesting romance through positive transformation. I don't know if that's the title yet. But what would the healing angels do? It's such a good question. Just don't come up with one word, though. Like, really take some time. What would the healing angels of manifestation do? Well, they would heal some manifestations, maybe manifest some healing. That's just wordplay. But if you take it differently, they're healing you in order to manifest something, right? To get you together. And that would make sense then with the shadow work. Now, it's not like shadow work is only done on waning moons. Oh, no. Oh, if only. If only. No. If you're an empath on top of it, you're feeling other people's stuff, and you're doing shadow work for other people, and I know it's not fair. But if they're not doing their share of the shadow work, it just builds up and takes over humanity. So you do your part of it. You get the spiritual growth and evolution that they don't. Again, I did not write these rules. So let's look at the element of water. A lot of shadow work is about fire, rage, frustration, wrath, that kind of stuff, which is usually Aries bailiwick. But there's still emotions, element of water, right? So there could be sadness, the more wet emotions in its own right. Whispers of the Whispers of Love oracle. Higher selves of all involved, and all involved, so it's just ain't you, it's the higher selves of everybody else involved in this too. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point, that was good. I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Aries collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of water, the energy and motion, the emotional part of this, that certainly fuels the spell big time. It's got to have emotional charge to it to get that energy and motion. So please, what's a piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Aries? With that romance in their fire, amethyst in their earth, manifestation in their air. What's the water? This new to full. Embrace your emotions. Diplo. Puzzle pieces. Chonka. Puzzle pieces. Chonka, just fitting together. You're up for shadow work. Now look, you can do shadow work at any time, as I said, But understand the shadow work, you're increasing the symbolic gold in your life by alchemizing the lead. There's more light when you do the shadow work, right? It's the power of positive transformation here. Embrace your emotions. Don't push your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. And feelings and emotions are not exactly the same thing. You can have an emotion about a feeling and a feeling about an emotion. Like an intuitive feeling that you don't want to look at, right? I don't want to feel that. No, it feels like they're lying to me. I don't want to. And on and on and on and on and on, right? 8 billion ways. So definitely this is a healing read. Those healing angels and manifestation will certainly help manifest for you, I would think, the information that you need from books, from teachers, counselors, conversations, all that kind of stuff, to help you manifest a healthy romance here, and one that's emotionally healthy, because, honey, I don't care how physically healthy they are. If they are emotionally heart chakra jacked up, heart chakra a little jacked up, jackknife, it's not going to go well. and do it for us too. Like, it's never just one-sided. It doth take two to tango. Yeah, there's a lot to chew on this one. Let's get your spirit card. Last card down. Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn, as previously mentioned. Now here's the tea. Grab a piece of amethyst. Chant the spell. Calling in the healing angels of manifestations. Feeling what you're feeling, no matter what it is. Just don't act on it in this sort of way instead of drunk texting, which I don't do. I don't drink that much anymore. I work from home. I live alone, and I got so much alcohol in the house. I don't think I'm an alcoholic. But then, so you're lining all this up. This is the mantra to charge it all with spirit, like energy, and you do it every day, a little bit for 14 days, new to full. These sometimes makes it very specific for people, though. Let's do this. Breathe. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, and I'm going to say soul contracts because we got a romance thing here on the table. Yes, I suppose it could be a romance with culinary art or something like that. Not getting that, though. Not with embrace your emotions and manifestation and shadow work. So please, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Aries collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading to help them with this, right? There's some things that they can really focus the mind on in terms of manifesting this romance, right? With the element of fire, amethyst, and the earth. Meditation, obviously, internal stuff, positive transformation, and with embracing their emotions, please, the perfect mantra for them. I'm going to see what this is anyway. This new to full, it's probably in the title anyway, so maybe you're not watching this, although how would you hear me say that? Sharing shame. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. This is a shadow work, new moon to full moon reading. So, of course, you can think of it as, letting go and releasing, the waning stuff, the forgiveness, the alchemy, the transformation, transmutation. But you can also see it as gaining power, right? Gaining clarity, gaining health, embracing your emotions. I mean, it's really, Marianne Williamson, a teacher of Course in Miracles. I know she ran for president, but I knew her that way first. Love brings up its opposite. Love brings up its opposite. So how dare we expect someone to love us and be comfortable with us and be comfortable being alone with us if we're not that ourselves? And not that we need to feel that way 24/7, 365, I'm always feeling. No. It comes, it goes. And again, if you're an empath, you could be healing the person next door. You don't know it, they don't know it. And we'll never know for sure. We don't have the instruments to gauge that unless you're talking pendulum and divination systems, which may not stand up in a doctor's office, just saying. So sharing shame, it's a counseling card. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. It's very powerful. I do this with people every day as a spiritual counselor and a witch. And honestly, you can do it with a dear friend. Just make sure it's under an understanding of confidentiality. Keep it in the vault. Sharing shame. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. When shame is shared, cycles of victimhood are permitted to heal as you find the courage to speak your truth. That's an Aries thing. Speak your truth. Now, don't burn down the village. Maybe speak your truth in meditation. Right? Start there. Eventually, you're going to be doing this with somebody else if you want to take the journey. That's where free will comes in. Since abuse and neglect can only be perpetuated in silence, it is your willingness to step forward and share your life's story that helps transform each wound and inspire others to be set free. When you're vulnerable, I know, Aries, god of war, A-R-I-E-S, not A-R-E-S, not A-R-I-E-S, obviously, or maybe not so obviously. But to be vulnerable like that and to say to somebody, look, you know, this is honestly what I'm feeling. I'm embracing these feelings. It's not easy. But here I am. Now, I will say, this is not a sponsor. I would love for them to sponsor me. I doubt they will. BetterHelp.com. I have sent so many people that link, right? It's easy to type. Here, do that. I mean, even guys on Scruff, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not a drug. I'm sorry your heart is broken, but no. BetterHelp.com, right? The evil begins when you start to think of people as things, and everybody does it, but do you act on it? Otherwise, you're using somebody like a drug. Just my 2 cents. Once your shame is shared, you are able to honor yourself with the heightened encouragement, worthiness, and validation that you deserve to receive. In other words, you're giving to yourself. This is very Aries. It's the self, first house, the ego, the personality. You are giving to yourself. It could be a romance with yourself you're building here, but really about the healing to manifest something with those healing angels. This mantra is ideal for revisiting past traumas, expressing your inner child, because the inner child remembers everything. Every slight, every rejection, every abandonment, every abuse, every neglect, every codependent pattern. It remembers all of it. And finding self-acceptance. All right, it sucks what I'm feeling, perhaps, but I accept that it sucks. And I accept that I don't have to like it. I also accept that it's mine to feel right now, although it may not all be mine. And that's part of the mystery of it. Very powerful. I mean, what a way to kick off the series. I was like, yay, romance, sharing shame. So let me put this together for you, as I like to do, with a little blessing, because why not, right? Send you a little love and a little light and a little fire, earth, air, water, spirit your way. Please, take a nice deep breath. Torch of Archangel Ariel at hand. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine to please bless the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading with all that they need this new moon to full moon, that they may share their shame, because when they share their shame, they give themselves permission to be, with that acceptance, with that healing. This is not the easiest thing in the world, while they're embracing their emotions, not to push down their feelings or judge their emotions, and calling on the healing angels of manifestation to bring them and manifest different ways of healing, manifest the healing within them, to help them, guide them, but in their element of air, certainly to have a healing conversation, element of air. Sharing their shame and working with the energy of amethyst, that meditation, that positive transformation, that spirituality, understanding that all parts of us are part of the divine, just some of them are in disguise as other things. Shadow into light, fear to love, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, in this romantic situation. That romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to them, that sacredness, in this hour, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. And so it is. Thank you. A very powerful read. And did you like it? Like it, seriously. I hope all the other Aries find it out there. Boost the algorithm with a like. You want more of me? You're not subscribed yet? please subscribe. You might want to hit that notification bell because my schedule is just doing what it does. A full-time artist that I am doing this stuff, teaching and all of that as well. And if you want to come play Shreon on Patreon. It's a field day. It's everything to me right now. I'm loving it. And I was recorded a public access TV show, Phoenix Red Hawk. It'll eventually hit the YouTube channel here. Yesterday, and I actually streamed from inside the studio area, the commissary, whatever, to my patrons. It was just a lot of fun, so whatever. So good luck with this, with the romance, spirituality, manifesting while embracing your emotions and sharing shame. This feels like an inflection point, my Aries. So wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this. And if you want a private read, booking a reading with Mel video in the description box below. Otherwise, wishing you again the very best and the very blessed of this waxing moon in February 2022. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.